It's demo day, baby. Yeah.
Nice work.
Thank you. I got grit.
That's how it's done. Woo!
So we are actually going to try and save a lot of these to resell on eBay. People that redo these Airstreams to like the original restoration actually look for stuff like this. We're going to save the best ones we can. They're not all great. A lot of them are water damaged, but there's probably a couple hundred that are pretty good. So I think we're deciding to take this guy out, even though I love it. It just doesn't make a lot of sense in here because it's not usable and it takes up a lot of space, but it's so cool. And I've seen these go for like $400 or $500 on eBay. So I think we'll try to resell it.
So unfortunately, these roll tops are all broken and unrepairable. They're made out of cardboard, and because there was water damage, they're all swelled up, and so they won't open. We're gonna take off the roll tops and then use the wood frame because it is nice to have storage up here. And we're gonna put our own doors on. So this is the floor we ripped up so far, and you can see that where the water was coming in, there's just rust on the frame. So I'm gonna have to take a little wire brush and scrape all that off. Well, when we first bought this Airstream, we went on YouTube and saw a bunch of restorations where they had it totally gutted out down to the frame, and we're like, those people are crazy, we're never gonna do that. But here we are, down to the frame, sanding off rust. Got ourselves a big mess. So taking care of the rust on the frame is really important because it's going to allow either us or whoever buys it from us to enjoy this camper for years to come. It's going to take me about a week to do this project, but I think we're going to be glad we did. But it's definitely a lot more work already than I thought it was going to be, so hopefully some of the other stuff we can save and not have to totally rebuild this thing. So today I'm going to just be finishing sanding this section, and then I'm going to paint this frame, so hopefully we can put plywood down next time we come up. Alright guys, here we are a week in. Just finished with the subfloor in the front. It's looking pretty good. Painted it with an epoxy paint. And demoed out way more than we thought we would originally. Kitchen is now gone. Pretty much everything you see is going to be gone, so I don't really know what we got ourselves into here, but it's a mess. Alright guys, we are 1 week into our flip. And it's going all right. It could be going better, but it's going all right.
It looks a lot worse than when we bought it.
We didn't quite really understand Airstreams when we bought our Airstream and the specific things that need to be fixed on them. So because of that, we have to rip everything down to the frame and fix the rust problem.
We bought a shell of a camper. That's what we paid for. Jamie's fixing the rust. He's putting this really special automotive paint on it. What are you putting on it?
It's called POR 15. It costs $65 a quart. Yeah, so we need to take care of this rust problem because whether or not we either sell it or keep the camper will basically deteriorate if we don't do this. So
right.
We did another updated budget the other night, and it's about double what we originally anticipated. So we anticipated a $5,000 renovation budget, but it's probably going to be $10,000.
What? I thought you said $7,000. What? Eesh.
Anyways, it's going to be a lot.
It's going to be so pretty, though. It's going to be so pretty.
Everything will be brand new in it, and it will be a awesome functioning camper, and we are getting a little more attached to this camper as we go on.
I love it so much. I'm really appreciating the names that you guys have been suggesting. I have a list on my phone of like top 5 so far. One of them was actually a name we were thinking about naming our daughter, and now I'm like, maybe we can just name our camper that because we chose a different name for Poppy.
Poppy. Okay.
I really like Poppy.
Poppy.
I also like Goldie.
Okay. Do I get any say in this?
Oh, sorry. What were were you thinking?
I don't know. So because this is such a collectible item, we really want to make sure we do this renovation properly and as it should be. So a few of the things Sarah mentioned, we're making sure we coat the frame, sand off all the rust, and make sure it's in pristine condition so that it lasts for a long time. We're also coating the subfloor with a epoxy paint, which will basically make it waterproof and indestructible, hopefully. Long term, I think it's going to be a great decision whether or not we decide to flip this or Airbnb it or keep it just for a long time. So
Jamie's been looking at properties for Airbnb.
Yeah, someone in the last video commented you should Airbnb it. That never really had crossed my mind before, but I think it's a great idea. So
he's been really into it.
Yeah, because so let's say we're all in on this camper for $15,000. And then we buy a lot for $30,000 to even $50,000. That sounds like a lot of money, which it is. But if we can rent that camper out for $150 to $200 a night, that money will be made back very quickly, and it'll be something we can keep and use in the future. So all around, that would be a huge win. So we're kind of considering that instead of flipping it, but we'll keep you guys updated on our plan. So, even though this is just an update video, we are hoping that you get some sort of value out of it. So here is your little tidbit, your little motivational speech from us for the video. If you want to do cool things, you gotta do hard things.
That's true. Jamie came home very frustrated and upset almost every day this week because he'd been grinding rust off and it's been 25 degrees. He's freezing, he's cold, he's been alone all day. He's frustrated. But the reward is going to be awesome. And so I think a lot of times, like, that applies to anything in life. You got to do hard stuff if you want to do cool stuff.
Whether it comes to, something as cool as like renovating an Airstream, or even something as not cool but still important, like paying off debt. Paying off debt seems like a really awesome thing when you're thinking about it and trying to figure out how to do it. But then when you actually get to the steps you take, it's not fun, it's boring, it's hard work.
Like not going out to eat, not going on a lavish vacation, stuff like that is like those choices, they stink in the moment.
But the reward is huge and the payoff is huge. So we've kind of learned to push through some of those hard moments. This week was one of those. My back hurts a lot.
But think about, like, we're gonna go on this road trip with our girls. They're gonna like wake up and they're gonna go see some lizards and cactus and like be excited, and we're gonna bring our dog, and it's just gonna be like I don't know, just good memories, you know?
Yeah, we know what we're working towards and we have that end goal and focus, so it makes those moments of tiredness and frustration worth it. So hopefully that gives you some inspiration to keep going. If you have a goal you're working towards and want to let us know in the comments, we would love to hear. We like knowing what our audience is working towards and what's important to you, so feel free to let us know below. But otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. I think we're gonna have to flip some furniture to make up for our budget deficit.
Better go thrifting.
Better go thrifting. So we'll probably have another thrifting video for you next.
Yes. Bye.
See you guys next time. Bye.